I'm Punita here from Huawei Global Training Center. We are here to discuss about the next topic, RF unit introduction, mainly about RFU and RRU module, part 6. Let's learn about RF unit classification. The RF unit is divided into 3 types of different modules. The first module is known as radio frequency unit, and basically it is installed in a cabinet. RRU model is also known as a radio remote unit, and it is installed outdoor on top of a base station. AAU is known as active antenna unit. This has an integration together with the antenna system. It has a radio unit plus the antenna system. And this radio unit, the RF unit, it consists of a CPRI or fiber interface module. It has a power module. It has the transmitter. It has the receiver. It has the power amplifier. It has low noise amplifier and also the TX and RX switch. Let's look into the function of each of the model. RFU mainly supports or configured at the macro base station. It performs modulation, demodulation, data compression, amplification of radio signal, and also detect the VSWR. On the other hand, RRU is also used in a macro base station, but it doesn't need to have a cabinet. It comes without a cabinet because it will be configured outdoor. The function is similar like RFU. It performs modulation, demodulation, data compression, and also it does the VSWR detection. How about AAU system? AAU, as I mentioned to you, is the integration of radio unit and antenna unit. The functions are also similar like the functional modules. Just the only difference is as it is already been integrated with an antenna system. So you don't need to have a separate antenna installed when we are installing the AAU model. Let's go through the logical structure of the RFU. This is an example of LRFU. LRFU can only support LTE technology. It has a BBU with a CPRI cable, which has the TX signaling processing unit and the RX signal processing unit. It's part of the TRX or transceiver module. It has a control module, power module, and the extension interface together with the antenna system. Same goes to the second model. MRFU is for multimode. So multimode over here meaning that it can support all technology including LTE network. The function is similar. It has a BBU, CPRI, which is the fiber optics. It has to go through the high interface module, the TRX extension interface. It has a power module and it will be connected with the antenna system. Let's try to understand what is LRFU. This has to be configured inside a RFC cabinet. So let's say I have a cabinet that comes with a BBU on the top. The cabinet below it's known as the RFC cabinet, which is radio frequency cabinet. So my LRFU will be configured in this cabinet. So this is a sample of DBS 3900 base station. So LRFU is known as LTE radio frequency unit. It can be used for both. It can be used for FDD network and applies only for the LTE scenarios. So mainly it performs the service and control functions. It also consists of the uplink and downlink service part. And this LRFU can be used in base station 3900 series, 5900 series, 3900 series A and 5900 series A. So this is mainly for outdoor solution. This is indoor solution. And we have the large cabinet solution for both indoor and outdoor. So basically, when we look at the RFU unit, it has two separate ports that connect to the antenna system. And there is a CPRI port, which is the fiber connection, which will be connected to the UBBP or LBBP, the baseband unit board in a BBU. So the fiber will go through the port in the UBBP card or LBBP card. But since this is a LRFU and it only can support LTE type solution, so the LRFU will be connected to the LBBP card. So this is between part 1 and part 2. So let's look through the logical structure of an RRU. So the RRU system is more or less the same. It has a BBU connected with a fiber or CPRI module, which is known as Common Public Radio Interface. It has to go through the TRX module, which has TX and RX, power amplifier, low noise amplifier, extension interface, power module, and the antenna system. So these features are similar like RFU. There is no difference with the RFU function as well. Just that this has no cabinet and it will be mainly installed outdoor. RFU units will be installed inside a cabinet. So that's the main difference. Otherwise, their modules function are the same. Let's look at different kind of RRU types. This is type of RRU types of LTE TDD network. So we have different model that supports different frequency band. Mainly this is for the spectrum allocation, what band it can support and what model. So different technology, because some of the models can also support more than one technology. Example, they also can support 5G and RTDD and the number of TX and RX. So this is the specification of the RRU type. So let's look at the one type of the RRU here, which is RRU 5258. So this is basically the model of the RRU type, and it has its own calibration and antenna units. RET, you need a remote electrical tilting, and it has about 8 ports over here. And over here we have the dimensions. So this is one type of the RRU module. Let's go through book RRU. So book RRU is one solution and is only invisible as an outdoor RRU. What is the difference between the RRU that we spoke earlier, the 5258? This outdoor RRU is it's invisible and quite flexible. Easy to deploy. The book RRU is basically a book type appearance and it's a notepad size. It can be configured with internal and external antennas based on the on-site requirement. It is also comes with a high integration. So this is based on our latest Huawei developed chips, which has the highest integration in the industry and easy for deployment. And this book RRU can support macro and micro coordination solution. It can support multi-cell combination and can share the BBUs with the macro base station to provide a superb coordination and network performance. So that is the main function of the book RRU. This is the appearance of the book RRU and the ports. An RRU with internal antennas and RRU with external antennas may differ in the antenna type only. Example, the figure 2 is using external antenna, and figure 3 is using internal antennas. So only the figure is different. There's not much difference in terms of the function. And this is the overall picture of the book RRU and the connectors. So let's look at the deployment scenarios of the book RRU. Where do you install the book RRUs? So what is the main solution about the book RRUs? It is compact and small size. You can ensure that it access to all scenarios. Example, easy to disguise and enable in a simplified deployment. This is actually in the commercial street. Tourist attraction, central business district, CBDs, and residential area. It has the macro-micro coordination ensures optimal network performance. You can support the combination of 12 cells and co-BBU deployment with a macro base station. So this is the advantage of using the book RRU. Very flexible in multiple scenarios. Example, we can install it in a pole, lamp pole, power pole, and monitoring poles, billboards, bus station, walls, and street cabinets. So we can stay connected everywhere we are moving around. So that is the main advantage of using a book RRU. So this is one of the solutions that we introduced in this part. That's all for part 6. In part 6, we have discussed about the introduction, different types of RF units and its logical structure. So we talk about RFU unit, we talk about RRU unit, and overview of book RRU, which is a new solution that has the macro-micro coordination and it can use the multiple cells. And also we look at the deployment scenarios. It's quite flexible, highly integrated, and it is one of the best solutions that can be implemented in many places. So let's go through the quiz question. Which of the following statement about book RRU is correct? The answer is C, easy deployment. So this is the best solution. Thank you. That's all from me for part 6. Have a nice day. Bye.